Hi, this is Andy C., and we're at 501 Motorsports West this morning with Sean Duncan and Bill McCurdy, and we're here to work on Sean's STL Honda Civic today. And I guess we'll let him explain what we're doing today and why we're doing it, but maybe just a little bit. Tell us about the car. How long have you had it? What have you been doing? You race an STL with SCCA. Tell us a little bit about the car.
It's a 1993 Honda Civic with a B18C5 Integra Type R motor with some light modifications for the Super Touring class. That STL class is 2 liters or smaller with minimal engine modifications so that it controls costs, so no forced induction, all naturally aspirated stuff. Class is mostly Hondas, Miatas, small Nissans, Toyotas. So it's a blast. It's a large go-kart. It doesn't have the straight line guts, but it corners very well. So this car,
it's got some straight line guts though. What's the horsepower last time you dynoed?
It was 193 on a Mustang.
At a weight of what?
2,400 pounds.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad at all.
With a 50 millimeter restrictor plate.
Okay.
So what happened last year at Road America, I ended up floating a valve and the piston kissed it. Thankfully, it just bent the valve a little bit out of place and didn't do any significant damage. So we're cleaning up the piston head, which has got a witness mark on it. And then I had the cylinder head rebuilt, so that's going back on today. Focusing on getting ready for races starting in May.
What first race do you think you'll do?
Still up in the air. We were talking about doing Mid-Ohio in the middle of May, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. Otherwise, it's probably going to be into June for either Gingerman or, no, I'm probably not doing Road America, so probably Gingerman.
Yeah. So when did we take this cylinder head off? It's been off for a couple months now.
Yeah, back at Christmas.
Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit warmer here in Michigan today. It's not a bad day, actually. A week or so ago, it'd probably be 20 degrees out, but anyway, it doesn't seem bad. So today's plan is get this cylinder head back on. What else? Anything else?
We'll see from there. I got an oil pan that I'm replacing because the other one was developed from leaks in the welds. So I have a new oil pan to put on, so that's another project. And then after putting the cylinder head on, it's getting fluids back in the car and everything else. So we'll see how far we make today.
All right. Anyway, that's today's project. Here we go.
So I'm replacing a seal on the cylinder head that goes to the VTEC system. I don't use VTEC, but I still need to have that oil passage. So normally the VTEC would feed oil from the oil pump, high pressure oil, and once it hits about 5,500 RPMs, it will open it and put it through the cams to lock the lobes to engage VTEC, so that at low RPMs you've got a nice friendly cam, and at high RPMs you have more of a race motor cam.
So what are you replacing there? What is that?
That's an oil ring seal inside that little valve.
And that's the port that controls that.
Yes, that's the port that controls that.
The VTEC. Okay,
yep.
Cool.
Okay. Get it lined up. It's just proud of.
You gotta get on the guides there, just perfectly on the guides.
It's sticking on this guy over here. Okay. If you just put a little never sees on there, that would. I put a little bit on the guides, but it's still arguing with me. I think I'm starting.
So it thunked down okay on that side finally?
Seems to be.
All right.
It's not, it's still proud a little bit, but it's
well, it's sitting on
it's not moving
on the gas.
It's not wiggling anymore.
What's the next step?
We gotta lubricate the washers and the ARP nuts and get those started and just tighten them.
On all those bolt holes.
And then do a torque procedure.
All right, so there's a pattern for torquing, of course.
Yep, inside out, crisscross.
Inside out, crisscross, and then and you're torquing in 3 steps up to
80 foot-pounds for the
80
ARP
foot-pounds. All right. So far so good. Everything feels good going down. Tightening up
Righty
nicely.
tighty didn't become lefty loosey, or righty loosey, I should say.
That's a good thing. So it also happens to be the IMSA Sebring 12-hour weekend. So while we're working on the cylinder head and the race car there, we'll watch Sebring for a bit. Okay, guys, what did we accomplish today? Let's see where we are.
Cylinder head's back on the motor. We got the cam timing done after some iterations of errors. Spun around a couple times. Everything seems to be in the spot it's supposed to be. Next up, it's getting the rest of the engine buttoned up, getting the distributor back on, valve cover, reassembling all the hoses and connections, refilling it with fluids, getting the intake back on, and away we go.
Yeah, we kind of started with, we kind of dressed a little mark on top of one of the pistons where the valve had just barely touched it, but it didn't really hurt anything. So we started with that. Then Bill kind of cleaned up tops of the block and that type of thing. So we did that. Brand new Cometic gasket, some seals. There's some seals in there that had to be redone.
A couple O-rings, dowel pins.
Yeah, dowel pins. Had to refigure out where the dowel pins go properly.
Yeah, well, you know.
About 7 special tools used.
Yeah, we got some. We got special tool here. This
precision coat hanger.
Precision coat hanger for tensioning the timing belt, and it took 2 tries to get the timing belt on. You can see the marks there that tell that it's together. So basically from here, intake, exhaust. You got the oil pan off to put a new gasket on it. So
Yep.
what else? Any finals? What else anything else we did today?
Had a bitch session.
Yeah,
we complained.
Yeah, we complained a lot about things. Yeah, mostly
the usual complaints.
Yeah, mostly what engineers do when they build engines to make them hard to work on.
He thankfully brought donut holes, so that helped alleviate a lot of the pain.
Yeah.
Our sponsor today was Sweetwater.
Sweetwater Donuts. It powers the team. Sweetwater powers the team. Anyway, great day on the car here, so it's coming along so far on schedule, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.